So welcome back to the field of justice, and today we have Pandamaniac versus CLG Hype Train Jr.
Sorry, I'm still setting up the stream thing.
Oh, so we're not on air?
Oh, we are. I'm
We are.
just
Okay.
editing the positioning and stuff.
I see. I see.
Yeah, but sorry. Uh, anyway, looks like blue team. I think that's Pandamaniacs, right?
Yeah.
They banned Rengar and Lucian, and I guess they just banned Caitlyn. I'm guessing the Rengar is probably a target ban for someone, but I don't really know like who all the players are. So
Yeah,
Actually, right now we have Ben, Evangelion, Jiang joining us also for casting. So Vivek, if you want to take a break now,
all
you
right,
can.
cool, thanks.
So let me go through. So a Master Yi ban targeting at Neo, obviously, and Rengar, Lucian, and Kalen both. So it's targeting Evangelion Jr. pretty hard. And the last panda is currently hovering over Twitch. Currently one of the I think top two favorite in OGN. Twitch and Lucian. A very strong pick if they want to do it.
Twitch is more of a traditional mid late game AD carry where he just has a really strong team fight and he's like slightly less mobile, slightly less versatile in a lane than say Lucian, who's just like the gold standard for AD carries right now. But he has higher sustained DPS if he can get to the back line and just sit there with the rest of his team protecting him. What were the rest of the team picks?
So a Thresh being locked in right now for the last panda. I suppose that he will be playing it, and he has shown very good Thresh playing in the before. So Ben, are you in spectating already?
Not yet. All right. All
So
right.
right now, Evangelion Jr. is hovering over a Lulu. I suppose this Lulu, well, it might be mid, might be support, or top, or even top, as Mahir has shown in the past. So it might
You
be
just play
just
top. It's not like awful per se. I don't think it's it's a very meta thing to do. But if you're running like a defended AD carry team comp, or if you like have faith in your AD carries, like Lulu is a slightly less damage oriented version of Kale or something where you have a ton of support, you have a ton of utility, a ton of pushing power, and if you're willing to sacrifice that like last bit of damage that more traditional AP carries would have.
so. Oh my, a wombo combo team coming from a CLG Junior. They locked in Yasuo along with Lulus, and now they are hovering over Wukong, potentially going for a big
Oh,
AoE team fight.
yeah, I mean it's a generically strong comp if you're willing to focus around your Yasuo pick, and they have Colin, right? So I'm assuming they're more than willing to do that. Colin is like a pretty mechanically strong Yasuo player. If like I don't think his decision making skills are very good at all, but his mechanics are completely acceptable, and there are definitely worse things you can run your team around. Wait, in that case, they would have a Lois on support Zyra, I believe, and I don't know if I've ever seen her play it before. She usually defaults to other support picks, but just going through her champion, her rank stats, it seems like she does have quite a few games on support Zyra. So I'm
Actually,
sure that's what
Alois
it's.
is not playing today. It's Shimmering Ice subbing in.
Oh, huh.
And she will be on
Oh,
Soraka.
so they're not going with the Zyra pick?
No.
Huh. That's interesting. I guess Zyra was not enough of a comfort pick for her to run. I don't know. Soraka is just a generic, really strong stalemate support lane right now. I don't think she like actually has good matchups against anyone, but she besides maybe like Morgana, but she also doesn't have bad matchups against anyone. So it's just whatever. Like she's the definition of a whatever support you should pick right now. Whatever we need a support, I'll take.
So Ben, do you want to do Ben? Do you want to do play-by-play or analysis this game?
Oh, analysis. I suck at play-by-play. My play-by-play is that always just like, oh my god, what's happening? What's happening? What's
All right,
going
guys. All right. So I guess today I will do play-by-play.
on? All right. Has game started yet? Or are we still in the 3 minutes?
We're still in the. I think no. They just finished picking.
All right, so 3 minutes left.
Yeah. So well, yeah, they still have like 38 seconds to switch around champions and stuff. Oh, so it will be Jeff playing Lulu top today, and versus Mahir
Oh,
on
that's interesting.
Renekton.
Okay, so yeah, I'm assuming the Lulu pick was just straight up to deny it from me here, which is a decent strategy if Jeff can play well. Lulu versus Renekton is not a good matchup for Renekton at all. Renekton should like quote unquote outscale and stuff, but at the same time, it's still like a really bad thing. You don't want to drop your highest rated player into like a straight up counter pick like that because it negates a lot of what they can do in lane. Essentially because I think Jeff is like a pretty solid player. I don't expect him to like do stupid things and let Renekton capitalize on it. Renekton is just gets countered very hard in lane by Lulu. And I mean, Renekton is still fundamentally a lane bully. If he doesn't get that early lead, if he doesn't get that early item advantage, he's either going to be too squishy to go make an impact in team fights, or he just won't do any damage in team fights. And you like pick one or the other, and I think it's a very good strategy to try and shut down their highest rated player.
All right. Yeah, sure, of course. So let's see. Ryan is. So what do you think about the top laners both taking Ignite instead of Teleport that we traditionally see in games?
I really, really don't like that. I mean, like, I really, really don't like. I think it's incredibly suspect that like because Teleport is just so strong right now. It like lets you turn losing matchups into stalemate matchups, and it turns like winning matchups into dominating matchups. Where like even if you get ganked once or twice, you can still pressure them out of lane because you walk back and you teleport. But then if neither of them is teleport, then it just becomes slightly more even. But it's still not like a good thing you want to have. It's just awkward, mediocre. Especially if you can if you have a reliable teleport team, you can force dragon fights whenever the hell you want to. And it's just better than running Ignite right now. But like, how often are you actually going to go and kill a Renekton in lane? How often are you actually about to kill Lulu in lane? Like, never. It's not going to happen. There's just no need to even like consider the possibility.
The player we roam on LeBlanc is actually running a lot of magic resist and no AP with his runes and mastery on LeBlanc against a Yasuo actually.
That's very interesting.
Only +7 armor.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's going to go and switch then because. Assuming he's going to go switch and go top. LeBlanc can kind of top lane, and Renekton does pretty well against Yasuo, so that's an interesting strategy. I would not have thought they would run that, but I think it's the thing that makes the most sense, especially considering that Yasuo is relatively strong against LeBlanc to begin with.
The Renekton is running really aggressive, negative 7.5 cooldown reduction and +15 attack damage.
Yep, that's me here. That's Mahir for you. That's exactly the sort of thing Mahir runs like in solo queue and stuff. It's like, all right, whatever. Let me just go and cheese the crap out of whoever I'm playing against. Maybe they won't see it coming. And to be fair, like a lot of the time they don't see it coming. But it's just like typical really, really aggressive play style.
Do you know Neil's Lee Sin jungle?
Actually, Neil's not usually really great at mechanical junglers just because he's been playing for so long on his like crappy pen internet where he has 400 ping that he doesn't bother playing mechanical junglers. He plays like things like Notch and Master Yi where you sort of like right click and win, hopefully. I've never actually seen him play Lee Sin, but I mean if he thinks he can do it, he's a very good jungler. I'm sure he's it's not awful. But I don't think it doesn't have the carry potential of like some of his other picks might, and it doesn't have that same. Well, okay, so in theory, it should be a stronger than pick than Nocturne right now, but it's also just very, very variable on how well your team's doing. Lee Sin can't 1v5 carry, Nocturne can 1v3 carry at least.
So
What
what do you
else are they
think
running?
about? So what do you think about this game? Like, who do you have any predictions you want to make?
I mean, Mahir's team is just stacked ELO wise. It's whatever. We all knew that was going to happen coming into this tournament. But I think Yu's team is much more aware of what they're doing. Like, I think taking Lulu away from Mahir shows like a much better awareness of like their strategy than Mahir's team. Mahir's team just seems like they've been running like a very similar team comp. Well, not even team comp, just like similar playstyle every single game. And while Yu's team hasn't shown that they can effectively run multiple playstyles yet, I am like hoping to see them do that because like they don't have high rated players. I don't expect them to like win lane mechanically, but I expect them to be able to out strategize Mahir's team. Also, they do have Colin, who is surprisingly good at mid. Like in a 1v1 situation, he does very, very well. He just like can't get tanks.
I heard all about Colin's Yasuo.
Oh God, were you there for that tournament?
I don't think I was. I haven't played in any Penn tournament except for one. One time I subbed in as support in the very finals and we won. So technically I have won a tournament.
Oh, so what happened was that for those of you who don't know, Mahir was played in a tournament. It was a relatively small thing, and he was laning against Jason Zust, who was probably playing yesterday, and what happened was he just got the ever-living shit kicked out of him, and he was like 1-4 at one point, like versus top lane Jarvan, which is a very, very cheesy matchup. And once you get snowing on Jarvan, there's just no going back. And like me and Deep were just ragging on him so hard when commentating because like it's not something you can do if you're like.
Oh, Neil is gonna face check.
Oh shit! Let's do this.
Oh, flash burn.
Yeah.
Flash burn from huge noodle brain. He will have to go back for this.
Remember, kiddies, do not leave game. It's bad.
Dan's running my favorite Twitch skin, the gangster. Oh my gosh! Oh, there's a ward placed already, so they will see this invade coming in.
I mean, okay? They're reacting to it now. Doesn't look like they're gonna get too much out of this. Flash is burn. It should be whatever for both sides. Not expecting anything more than that.
Actually, blue team somehow got a very deep ward into the opponent's wraith. Okay, then Spider. I suppose the Renekton plays that ward.
Looks like it.
So I guess we will have a standard lane up with LeBlanc and only 7 armor against a Yasuo mid.
Yeah, geez, really not expecting that. I mean,
a lot of early action.
It's not like the worst matchup. Goddamn, Colin. Colin, another hyper-aggressive player. Strong mechanics. Very Yasuo. Colin Cursar is hard 163, sorry. You should have said that, but... Alright, one sec. I am currently spectating the game. Let's go.
I see some trading is going on top lane already.
Can you just talk about that for a second, please?
Oh, Sneaker skip level 2 first, going very aggressive and flash burn from Jeffrey, the level V, level 5, Leopold 5.
Leopold 5. Oh yeah, Lenny, in case, try to use your summoner names for people who don't know specifically who these people are.
Alright. And a lot of damage trade back to Snickers too. And I think Neo's just wandering. A hook lands bottom lane.
Oh geez, wait, Yuang is playing his Draven. I did not expect that coming at all. Yuang's Draven is Evangelion Jr.'s Draven. It's relatively suspect. I play with him a lot in solo queue, duo queue. It's not like his most comfortable champion. Was Lucian banned out?
Lucian was banned. Lucian and
Yeah.
Talon were both banned, I think. Another hook lands bottom lane. Exhaust goes down on Jiang. Flash. Oh, both will this. And the last Panda Thresh flashes in for the last hit. This
And meanwhile, in mid lane, we Rome just got first blood on Colin. Wow. That's really impressive. He has most of his health now. Oh, was it gang? Alright. Looks like huge Noodle Brain and Dap are gonna see each other walk away. Colin's back in lane. He's got a pink ward this time, which honestly I did not expect for Colin. SPM, Toaster, and the last Panda have actually been doing really well in like every single lane they played so far.
I was about to say. They have won their lane I think everything for the past 2 games they've played, and already a very strong start to this one.
Yeah. Yuan going for double Dorans to try and get himself a little bit of like a lane equality versus Twitch Thresh. Twitch Thresh is considered a very strong lane because it lets you go and provide like an escape to Twitch, who just straight up doesn't have one normally. So like in the event of a gank, you can split up, and then if they go for Twitch, Thresh can just toss in a lane. If they go for Thresh, then Thresh can just box and try and walk away from it, which works a lot better than almost anything else. Zap is going to be spotted by Neil, by Huge Noodle Brain. Nothing's going to come out of it. Renekton is back in lane with the 2 Dorans items versus Leopold, who also has 2 Dorans items. Leopold 5 has 3 health pots to Snickers 2. I think that might actually be like a pretty deciding factor in this lane because as
another good hook landing
jeez.
onto Evangelion. And Lee Sin is coming here for support.
Here for a gank. Last Panda walks up to him, misses the play. Huge Noodle Brain takes the lantern, isn't able to make anything out of it. And Jeff is getting first. Leopold 5 is getting
action. I think
very
Jeff is
hard.
gonna go down.
He's gonna go down, yeah. Oh wow. And here, Tiara and Snickers is finding a way to turn like a losing lane matchup into a winning one by just going incredibly aggressive. Huge props to him. That's very, very impressive. Yeah. Alright, that's cool. So early pink wards from blue side's bot lane. We've got the Tribush warded, and it looks like they're just going to try and keep pressuring their lane advantage with like additional Lee Sin ganks. And like, Lee Sin can just walk into that bush, have Fresh Lantern him, and it's from there on it should be a very easy gank if Last Panda can hit his hooks, which he's been doing pretty well, not gonna lie. But
Last Panda's Thresh has been on point this and like for the first game they played and this game, extremely good hooks.
However, I just want to comment that he went for the relics, not relic shield, the early coin build, which doesn't actually provide that much sustain. Evangelion Jr. and Shimmering Ice have a Soraka Draven combo. They should be able to focus some harass onto the last Panda, force him back, and try and make the lane weaker than it should be normally. Because traditionally speaking, when you go Thresh, you try and go a little bit tanky, and you get a ton of health potions, and you just like try and survive through sustain lanes like Soraka in particular. But it looks like he's just going super aggressive. He lands another hook. Evangelion Jr. trading back hard. Soraka's hitting the Star Call. Just got heals. Switches silence. Draven goes in. He's trading axes, but it looks like they're going to go and lose the trade. Ton of damage coming out onto Draven. Wukong is there to try and back him up, but he will be spotted by a ward. Soraka, yeah. Renekton coming in for the gang. Looks like nothing's going to happen. Colin is actually a level up on the Blanc right now, and Hard 163 is level up on the Blanc.
Oh, a blade lands onto Evangelion Jr.
But nothing comes of it. Soraka is just sustaining super hard right now. Thresh is almost 6. That's when they're going to want to make their play. Because Soraka is quite away.
Another hook!
Another hook.
Through the
Play hit. Twitch is exhausted. Looks like Soraka wants more, but Draven is backing off. Expunge does come out. It's called Contaminate now.
You know, I think it's just a mechanical thing, but Evangelion Jr., despite all these pressures being put on him, he is actually up 11 CS, about to become more.
Yeah, Evangelion Jr. is like a surprisingly good CSer. Like his CS is far above.
Oh, there's a gank coming in mid lane. And they make something of it. Ultimate onto the Lee Sin. But he's silenced. The Q lands.
He does have dash. Oh, he did not. He missed his dash. That was unfortunate. Yeah. Huge Noodle Brain takes the kill. Good play by both of them. Def coming in for the gank on Lee Sin.
Oh,
he barely misses it. That's unfortunate. Yeah, Def needs to be creating some sort of map pressure right now. He's getting outfarmed by Lee Sin, which isn't awful, but it just also is not ideal, especially if you're against, say, Renekton and Twitch Thresh, who are also early lane game bullies. You need to be creating pressure for your lane so they can equalize and pull down.
Deep is going up for the gank right now.
He's going up for the gank. Here has 0 wards up because TRN Snickers has 0 wards up because that's a very Snickers thing to do. Leopold does have ult.
Oh my, the Lulu ult misses.
He needed to ult Snickers in the middle of his dash. It would have interrupted that and it would have opened him up for a kill, but instead...
Oh, and the Deep is coming back.
He's coming back, round 2. He still has, and he gets knocked by the exact same play. But here is actually taunting right now. I would not be surprised if he was DMing in all chat. That was so bad. Oh, jeez. Step, get it together. Yeah, Lulu is just running very
bottom
low.
lane, a hook lands onto Soraka.
Hook lands on Soraka. Twitch stealths in. Evangelion Jr. kites back. Good axe. And he's going back in on Thresh. He's going back and he's going to ult for it. He flashes for it. Heal goes down on Thresh. Heal goes down. Oh, another hook. Landed. She does not flash out of the play, but looks like they will not be getting anything out of it. Wukong is coming down to back them up, but he will be spotted by multiple wards. He's going to see the pink ward. I'm assuming he's going to clear it out. Yeah, really good play by Evangelion Jr. and... Well, both sides, actually. Those are some really good hooks. There's just a lack of court. Jeff is about to get bursted again. The Furious goes all in, flashes for it. Jeff will die.
Did they trade?
Two will not take Snickers out with him. So they will take Dragon instead. I don't even know how I feel about that. They forced blue side spot lane out. But Huge Noodle Brain goes in, does not get the flash. Wukong ults, gets a knock up on the Lee Sin, bursts him down, but then We Roam does take down Evangelion Jr. by himself. That was pretty big. And Wukong gets bursted. Looks like Collins is about to get... Well, I don't know. He does dash away successfully. Top turret pretty low. Looks like it will be going down on the next wave. Yeah, Colin dashes away from a 3-man gank. That was good. And again, Lulu doesn't have teleport right now, so once she got behind in this lane matchup, there really wasn't too much she could do. She just got pressured by Blast Cannon connected, which should realistically never happen. He didn't even go for, like, the components for Tiamat, he just straight up went for pickaxe, which is not the most efficient way of doing it, but if you're up in lane and the opponent doesn't have teleport, you can get away with things like that.
Yeah, the Lulu is very far behind right now, only having the Seeker's Arm Guard, and the Renekton is already having a Giant spell in addition to that Tiamat.
So if we just look at gold, Steer and Snickers has 4,000 gold, Lulu has 3,000 gold. That's a decent portion of their entire gold imbalance. It's actually purple side is currently 2,000 gold behind at 12 minutes, which is pretty big. But half of that is just the difference between Snickers and Lulu. Q does go down. Looks like he will not be making anything out of it. Renekton still farming top. Good 5-man push takes down that tower for a little bit of map pressure. Twitch pushing bottom. Looks like he may be able to get it.
Hook land, but he's not gonna go in.
He will not want that. Dab stealth in. Will he ult for it? Ooh, he hits the Q. He doesn't ult for it. Ult wasn't up. It looks like Twitch will be just pushing down bottom. Draven ults for it. Will not be able to save the tower. Looks like they're just gonna go for the wombo combo right now. But Depp is really squishy. I don't know if he can successfully initiate a team fight. I mean, that Lee Sin-Q chunked a decent portion of his health. Leopold trying to clear waves.
Oh,
Rocket.
a flash!
Oh, and a flash initiate. He goes in for the here. It does not.
Oh, a good hook onto the Lulu.
Rush solo does go down. Good burst coming out from LeBlanc on the backside. Draven's still up. Snickers so low, but he does survive. Draven trying to kite backwards. He will not be getting it. He will want the kill. He does get the kill.
Ace.
But is an ace. 14 blue side. That was really big. Let's replay that fight. Before we go back to 13, 18.
I'll be right under.
Right, go to 1325. So Wukong flashes in, but he gets knocked back with the Lulu still on him. He does not get enough knockback up. Shrok gets off a very good ult, and Draven's just a little bit too far in the back. He's not doing quite as much damage as he should be. Here, Snickers goes back in when Twitch arrives, and the other team is caught unawares by it. They're willing to stay there and fight. Originally, they traded decently, 2 for 1, which isn't awful, but then Twitch shows up and just wipes the rest of their team. Jumping back to this boost.
Yeah, they got
got mid-turret off of it. Again, not a trade that Purple Side's looking for. They got their Wombo combo team fight off. Wasn't enough. And after that, they're probably just going to be looking for like a massive power spike. And either Yasuo farming really well and getting strong enough to go and split push, or Draven coming up really big. Snickers getting chased down. Looks like he will get the lantern. He'll be okay.
Draven did receive the cash in on his stacks during that fight, though.
He got it before he died, which is crucial. He's 20 CS up against Twitch. I think he might actually have more gold. Yeah, he does actually have more gold than Twitch right now. So they will be looking for him to make major plays. I think they might actually just start like Lulu shielding him to try and heal for Renekton, because honestly, Wukong with Ninja Tabby and Blizzard Elder is not going to live that long, no matter how you try and slice it.
Well, looking now, Wukong and Draven are both coming bot, and the Twitch is alone.
But that bush has been continually pink warded, which is really, really good.
Are they gonna die for this?
No, they're not. They fall back. They didn't even clear out the ward. Like, if you just notice, their pink side is purple side is 1 pink ward up right now. It's far back in their own jungle. It's by their blue buff. I don't even think their blue buff has been contested so far this game. They're just not getting that much mileage out of it. Whereas blue side has.
Yeah, looking top, there's a gank coming in. Oh, a Lulu ulted into the Yasuo ult.
Oh my god, Kong dashes in the wrong direction, but it looks like it may not matter. Renekton's ult looks like he flashed out of it. Colin, he flashes.
Lulu's gonna flash too.
I get the vision. He's gonna try and do this. Well, Lulu does get the damage off, and
my goodness, that
bro,
was a long
burst
combo.
down Lulu from 70% of her health with no regrets. There's a 3-man push going on bot, but it looks like Twitch and Lee Sin will be able to repel the gank. LeBlanc and Thresh are going back to pushing mid. Yeah, it looks like they're not going to get much for this 3-man push bot, which is really unfortunate because they invested a lot of resources into that. Twitch wrestled the back a little bit, and they got the kill onto Lulu, which is not really what they want. Oh yeah, look at back mid. Wukong walking around with just 1 buff. Dragon is up. It does not look like either team really had a drag timer because it looks like they're only walking towards it right now. They're both just like, oh cool, hey look, there's a dragon. Blue side with another pink ward will not be seen yet. Now it'll be seen. It's gonna get cleared out. They're gonna groove for this. Lulu ult is still down. Yasuo ult is up in a couple seconds. They're not gonna want this fight right now.
This is gonna be the second dragon for the blue team, or for the red team, if they're gonna contest this.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Oh, that was really bad in my opinion. Purple side had vision of they should have had timers on, and they had a slightly better position. I think they should have just gone for it. Looks like Snickers will be starting that Baron dragon.
Misses. Oh, Lee Sin-Q right onto the invisible monkey.
There is vision of Wukong. That was clutch. Wukong did not get the ult off that he wanted. all of Purple's team's ults are now up. If they want to fight, this should be the time. LeBlanc waiting by the side, trying to free
Lulu.
catch. Leopold is caught. He gets queued. He will walk away.
You know, I really don't like this that both teams. There's only one red trinket on the entire map right now. I think by 18 minutes there should be more.
Yeah, definitely. But it's also not like other teams has like heavy wards. Blue team is 2 side zones, which is where most of their vision is coming from. But it's not. Nobody on purple side has extra wards. Oh, good Q by Leopold. Yeah,
This
no one.
fight will be the game deciding fight.
Probably. Blues. Oh my God! He lagged out.
Oh,
Lagged
and a pause.
Last Panda's internet has been a source of problems like so far. I'm pretty sure he's paused the game every single time that they've played so far, and it looks like he DC'd at the worst possible minute. Purple side notices it. Oh wow.
Wow, the
String Ice
Soraka
DC
DC'd also. Wukong right now, Wukong, both Wukong and Yasuo is in the middle
Yeah.
of their combo, of their ultimate.
Oh jeez, what the hell's happening?
Wait,
Twitch. Okay, Twitch is back.
It's not a. Is it a client problem?
I'm not sure. Can let's go and get chat in this game. See if they can.
People are being reconnected right now, but
yeah.
there might still be a client issue.
Yeah, it looks like it was a client issue, but
Yeah, 4 people disconnected at the same time.
in chat, everyone just reset. Not fair to start a fight on this. VC2. Huge Noodle Brain, how did we get surrounded?
Yeah. Oh, I think people are ready.
Alright, that's. I mean, if you just look at this right now, purple side is in a perfect position for a team fight. Draven is in the back, Wukong, Yasuo in the middle. They got the knockup onto Twitch. That's absolutely huge. Thresh ult did go down, but it did not stop Yasuo and Wukong from getting inside there. If Twitch isn't there, Lisa is all the way in the back. He's gonna have to go. Oh, jeez. It looks like massive client issues. Soraka is DC'd again.
Yeah, the last Panda is DC'd again too.
He's currently reconnected.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, this was not a fight they wanted. Lee Sin is all the way in the back. Renekton is in the back. LeBlanc,
Yeah, and Draven is perfect position right now. There's no one. Lee Sin and the Mahir and the Renekton are both in the other side's very back line. No one to focus Draven right now.
I believe Jeff Leopold even got the ult off onto Yasuo, which is absolutely crucial because he's just in the middle of them all right now. Yasuo will be able to dash around to all like 4 of them. Screw up the whole team fight. LeBlanc all the way off on the side. If she doesn't get like her burst off immediately, she's just gonna be a
Oh, I think game is starting. Game
All right,
starting.
Take this, Lenny.
Alright, play by play. Oh, and the ultimate Draven ultimate goes down after the shredding. Twitch and the Thresh goes down immediately. Lee
Jeff will
Sin,
get.
Lee Sin's being kited, and when Lee Sin go down, Draven, the last attack. A huge comeback from the red team and pulls the gold, and they're gonna get this dragon
That
and
was-
a pause.
Absolutely huge, yeah. Renekton calls rematch. That might be rematch.
Yeah, it might be
in my
rematch.
opinion. Honestly, in my opinion, that might be rematch worthy. But I mean, everyone DC, but it's okay. Clearly, DC was much more favorable for purple side than blue side. That was just absolutely huge. One second. I'm gonna tell them to talk this out in Captain Chat.
Yeah. Oh, the game is being unpaused right now, but they're just taking the dragon, and the 3 members on the blue team are dead right now. And this will probably pull the gold in favor of the red team. Oh, will LeBlanc coming for a
LeBlanc
chance?
tries to make a play. She does get down Wukong,
But
but,
he will-
she will go down. And with the shutdown goal, that was not something they wanted. LeBlanc could not afford to do something like that.
That was a 7-1 LeBlanc that just gave away a huge... Oh, well, not that big of a shutdown. 360, actually.
Still the equivalent of 2 kills.
Yeah. And actually, I want to talk about Wii Rome as a player. I think I saw 2 the last time I casted him. He also played LeBlanc, and he starts the LeBlanc with a Death Fire, with a Death Cat.
Yeah, that's very scramble, I guess you could say. It's not something a lot of people have been doing lately. Most people opt for the early Grail into Chalice or early Deathfire Grasp because Deathfire provides more straight up burst and Grail provides better farming than Deathcap. It's like an odd hybrid of the two of them, and Deathcap is generally more efficient as like a secondary AP item than a primary.
Yeah,
Soraka gets caught out, but it looks like she'll be okay. She gets hit by all her skill shots, blocks the enemies.
Snicker died top 2 again
Out
from
of
Yasuo.
there. Can we just comment on the fact that Soraka got bursted by pretty much everything LeBlanc had and just absolutely walked away because Soraka is not like... She's not a fun champion to play against. Whatever. Twitch roaming back mid, trying to make something happen.
There's a
but
pink
that,
ward.
ooh, pink ward is spotted, replaced with a pink ward of their own. Zap not going to contest the pink ward, which in my opinion he definitely
Oh,
should.
top lane, Mahir goes very aggressive against the Lulu. But
Yeah,
the
Mahir's
Lulu will be
tilting.
able to disengage.
Renekton is tilting very hard. He feels the need to like make a play after that last fight, which they might, but at the same time they also have a Twitch LeBlanc who are both... The Twitch is not especially strong, but LeBlanc is very strong. LeBlanc should be the one who's trying to force you to play, not Renekton. Because again...
Oh, a hook lands onto
Hook-
Yasuo. A
Great
beautiful
dodge
wind
out.
wall.
Wukong ults on the Twitch, gets kicked away by Lee Sin. Ooh, Leopold hunts down Twitch. LeBlanc is just not in position for this. Renekton goes in, he's not able to get anyone. He misses the Wukong, he goes down for Draven. Lee Sin gets massacred.
Oh,
LeBlanc
Yasuo hold
not-
on to Renekton.
Yeah, in all chat, Wukong, but here don't tilt, it's okay. Yeah, that was really, really brutal. We're definitely gonna be talking about like remaking this game in Captain Chat afterwards because that was like a huge disadvantage
Yeah.
for Purple Side. Purple Side got the perfect team fight off, and it was just tilted everything. Like Renekton is clearly on tilt right now. Thresh is on tilt, making plays they don't have to make. Wukong goes in, gets he gets
The LeBlanc flashes out.
LeBlanc looks like she wants more. Exhaust goes down on Yasuo.
And exhaust goes down. Oh, a play and a hook.
Oh, and the hook gets wind
Perfect
wall.
wind wall.
Which Wolf does not get anything out of it. Looks like they're going to be pushing back mid, but there's now 3,000 gold in favor of Purple Side. And, oh jeez, Blue is just tilting so hard right now. They don't need to be forcing like another immediate team fight, even with Wukong dead. Their strongest player right now is LeBlanc. They need LeBlanc to be going and initiating these team fights, making plays, taking out Draven, just straight up taking out Draven. But they're going to go try and force down mid tower.
Oh, Mahir's going in.
Goes it in. Mahir is just tilting so incredibly hard. He does get the Lulu ult, but that was not a moment of aggression he wanted. If Wukong had gone in and Yasuo had gone in, he'd probably be dead right now.
Yeah, especially a wombo combo team with a gold advantage. You never want to just keep on team fighting against them. You really want to use LeBlanc, use Twitch, the high assassination potential, try to pick someone off, and then force the objective rather than big team fights.
Alright, yeah. Currently talking to Snickers in Captain Chat right now. He says this is bullshit. Yasuo got the ult off while two of them were DC'd, and if that's true, I'm completely willing to call a remake. That's not the time or the place for this. It looks like Shimmering Eyes just barely misses the Q. Jeff misses his EQ combo. Yasuo gets Q'd. Wukong trying to join the fight right now. LeBlanc standing by side trying to make a pick, but because she doesn't have the red ward, she will get spotted. Oh, she just sees Wukong get stealth. She gets spotted again.
Oh,
She
the
got
LeBlanc is in trouble.
absolutely destroyed, and her blue side is on the run. Wukong wants this. Here is trying to make a pick, but he will get spotted by Draven ult of all things. Lee Sin gets spotted.
You know, I think Mahir is in a very bad position right now.
No, upper position. I mean, he.
Oh my god, the Draven flash is
Oh my
over.
god, Evangelion Jr., what are you doing?
And on top, like, Twitch goes down.
Rush goes down as well, yeah.
Yeah, the entire... I think the blue team is just tilting, righteously so, though.
This is a complete train wreck at this point. jeez. Oh yeah. The only thing left to do at this point is pretty much to establish whether or not we have grounds for a rematch. Because, yeah, Purple Side is tilting incredibly hard right now. I mean, Blue Side is tilting so hard. They're out of position. They're making weird plays. Jeez. Like, Thresh has a red side, as a ruby side stone. No one ever gets ruby side stone. It's just not a thing that's done. LeBlanc taking her own blue buff back, but Mikira trying to get some split push out of this. He did walk away from that last fight, but probably not going to be enough. Blue side.
I think a big issue. There's a pin towards dragon. Blue side is trying to force another objective play.
I think they're trying to sneak it right now. While
a hook lands onto the Yasuo.
They don't want this. Mikira ult. Instantly. Lee Sin goes in, he gets the kick onto Yasuo.
Oh, Yasuo gets the ult off, recharges the shield!
Oh, but the shield ult, but he does get killed by Thresh of all people. Ooh,
oh, Draven ult barely misses!
Wukong gets killed. Lulu gets a really good off on Wukong.
Oh, the Twitch
goes down. Twitch goes down, yeah. This is all but over. Blue side is tilting far too hard.
Yeah.
So I've just been told to go check the replay afterwards to see if Thresh and Twitch were moving before Yasuo went in. So I'm going to go and move the replay back by myself. Everyone else can see.
Just from a streamer's standpoint, it was pretty obvious that the Thresh and at least one other member of blue team was just completely standing still when, and then after that the Yasuo hit, or the knockout hit, and he went in. So that's all I have to say.
Yeah, so Ben, why don't you check on that? I'll just see what's going on. But I must compliment on Hard 163's Yasuo wing wall mechanics this game. Very good wing wall, and there's another Wukong DC'd.
Yeah, I mean Yasuo's Hard 163's Yasuo mechanics have never been in question. It's like everything else about him that's in question. Like, okay, I mean, really good Yasuo player, but like emphasis on the Yasuo part. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on in the mainstream right now, but so I'm watching.
Oh, Wukong kicks a huge burst onto the Draven, and the LeBlanc kills Draven immediately. The Yasuo ult comes out. Oh, Twitch is here, but the Twitch is in a bad position, and he's gonna go down. Yeah, that was a bad position for the Twitch to be. There's a pink ward placed right there.
The team's turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, I feel up in the replay. I'm almost there. Yeah. It's obvious they're not moving.
Even though the Draven's going down, I think they might go for a Baron. Yes, they are going for it. It's Baron time. And Draven just spawned it. Can the blue side react to this? Blue side is coming in. I think Lee Sin wants to make a play, but it is warded. Can he get the steal? Oh, he's polymorph. Oh, that was close. Oh my God! Mahir steals Baron.
Will it be enough though? Draven ult comes down, Wukong ult comes down, and it's 3 for 1, but they do keep Baron on their side. Can Twitch hold and Thresh hold them off long enough to go and keep them in this? The gold lead is pulling away in Purple Side's favor, even with that Baron steal. If Purple Side gets more than one objective out of this, then the gold value will be worth. Twitch drops his W, gets Wukong stealth. Wukong is actually surprisingly tanky now, even though he has no armor. And Thresh with a flash hook barely misses. He gets a play off onto Leopold. Will not get much out of it.
Oh, I think does Dan want to go for assassination? I don't think so. Draven's right there.
Looks like he wants this. Ooh. Oh, and
the hook on lands on the Draven. Draven's gonna go down right here. Are they gonna pursue more? No, the Lulu is way too fast. Oh,
Lulu's bot tower is going down. but the ping goes down for purple
Blue
mid.
team's turret has been destroyed.
They have 30 seconds left to try and force something. If they can take inhibitor, they might be able to stall this game out for a little bit longer, get Twitch a little bit more fed. Right now, Twitch is 1-5-4. He's only got one major item completed. Compare that to Draven, who has 3 major items completed, and he's also got his BF sword completed. Draven's just a monster right now. Twitch isn't. He's not doing the amount of damage that his team needs him to do. Considering that, like, when Blanc is...
Oh, Mahir's going in.
Mahir goes all the
Bad
way
position.
in.
Lantern away,
But yet
though.
Lantern does save him. God bless you, Fresh. LeBlanc, more of a like sustained burst mage. Well, I mean, she went Death Cap into Hourglass, which is a pretty odd build. She doesn't have the immediate burst of Deathfire. I guess she's not really confident in her ability to just sort of kite away from Yasuo and Draven and Wukong, I guess. But yeah, she doesn't have that CDR for like a sustained burst. She doesn't have the Deathfire to go and guarantee that she's going to remove Draven from the fight, even through Lulu ult. And so they really needed Twitch to step up and be that consistent damage dealer, because it's not like Renekton is about to, or Renekton or Lee Sin is about to step up and do that. So
The goal difference would have been absolute huge if Depth did not miss Smite right there. But right now, with the Baron going down and actually no inhibitor being taken in the push after, Blue side might have a good chance in stalling this.
I mean, right now they're down about 8,000 gold. 4,000 of that is the difference between Draven.
Oh, is Lee Sin gonna be caught?
Lee Sin will see it. He does get a nice ward dash out of the way. Does not take the lantern. The ward is revealed on blue side.
Mahir is in the back line right now, very far behind the
He's
enemy.
trying to get a flank off. I don't really know about this. Draven gets hooked. Oh,
No,
yeah,
it's gonna go
LeBlanc
in.
needs to go in on that.
Yeah,
Instantly kill
LeBlanc
Draven.
needed to go in on that. It was the perfect opportunity, and LeBlanc had Zonias too.
Here is the only person on this side who's actually even in gold with his lane opponent. He's actually a little bit ahead, not much, but Lee Sin's not too far behind. Thresh is a little bit behind, but the huge difference is just between the two AD carries. Draven's been consistently getting his ult stacks, his passive stacks off. Twitch hasn't really been getting the kills. The kills have been going to LeBlanc, and that's not really working out for them too well. Twitch's positioning a little bit suspect. They also is going against a very dive-heavy composition. I'd be impressed if he was like doing well. He probably needed a slightly more higher mobility champion, but okay.
Oh, hook lands.
Hook on the clone. Two people get ulted by Wukong.
The dragon goes to the blue team, but Yasuo is diving the back line right now, but he will go down.
Renekton being chased around. Soraka ult comes down a little bit too late to save Yasuo. Lee Sin
Oh, is Lee Sin gonna live?
He will live. I am very impressed.
Oh, and the flash Q from the Wukong.
Lantern pulls out LeBlanc, but she gets absolutely chunked by Draven.
Oh, but Wukong can keep on fighting.
Still wants this. Leopold goes in for the flash Q, but will not be enough.
A 1 for 2, but the dragon goes to the blue team, so not bad.
That's definitely alright for them, but I mean,
They pulled 500 gold closer in gold total, so they are down about about 7,000, about 8,000 right now, 7,900 right now.
but Purple side is also about to push right now. They're probably gonna take another tower or two off of this. Pings go out for top tower. Thresh is the only one there. Draven's chunking towers right now. It's whatever. Wukong also does a lot of damage to towers. Thresh goes in.
Oh, I see. Yeah, with the
went
Menon.
back up. The long clears the wave. No, it's just gonna come out of that. They're just pulling back until the rest of the team shows up.
We're gonna steal the blue buff away too.
It's another source of CDR missing from LeBlanc. She doesn't have blue potion either. She just went straight up damage AP. I think that's technically the highest single round burst you can get without using Deathfire. But I mean, she doesn't have blue buff. She doesn't have blue pot. She just won't be getting off her ult combo too many times in the fight, which is really where LeBlanc's damage is coming from. When you have like a 12-second ult cooldown and you can just W in and out of fights constantly, that's when LeBlanc really becomes scary. But as it is, not especially mobile for LeBlanc.
And with this, especially right now with Soraka and the Collins really good Yasuo mechanics, the wing wall and the sustain coming from the blue team, from the red team, I really don't think a LeBlanc can easily get a 100 to 1 off.
I
It will be
so
difficult.
That's the other thing I was interested in before when I was just looking at champions select. Lulu is like technically a counter to LeBlanc. Most professional players will say she is because Lulu has high single target shielding, LeBlanc has high single target burst, and shielding usually beats burst in that situation. Between Soraka and Lulu, they have a ton of like heals, shields, whatever for like their Draven, who's reaching hyper carry status very, very quickly. He's got his Spectre's Cow, he's almost got his Banshees. When he's got his Banshees, LeBlanc will probably not be able to kill him, and that's what they absolutely need right now.
And Shimmering Ice is right now the KDA king right now with a 22 KDA. LeBlanc goes in, a little bit of damage off, but not the full combo. Oh, Snickers goes in!
Goes all the way in. Banshees gets popped. Huge Noodle Brain goes in, Wukong ult goes in, Yasuo is not there.
Lulu's gonna get picked
Yeah,
up.
it
It's a good
definitely is
fight,
that.
but Yasuo's coming in from
He's gonna
behind.
hit the clutch Q, gets a good kick off onto Soraka. Draven gets hooked, will go down, Yasuo goes in, he tries to go.
Yasuo's a little late for the party. Can he gets
Very,
the ultimate
very late.
off.
The shield blocks that. Oh jeez, that's really unfortunate.
Oh,
but-
is Yasuo gonna...
No,
No.
Long comes up huge. Can we, they're gonna push down mid tower. Can we get a replay of that at about 35, 50? 50.
I just want to say Yasuo is...
Be right under them.
Alright. Okay. So, yeah, the Wukong goes off, but he does not get the Twitch, which is what he really needs. He really needs to interrupt that Twitch constant DPS. Thresh throws in a really good Lantern, which lets LeBlanc get back to the front line. Here, the whole time is just, like, kiting around Draven. Surprisingly tanky for how little armor he has, and Draven just doesn't do enough damage that fight. Colin not there for the party. Doesn't do enough, doesn't get his ult off enough. He ults Thresh of all people. Can't even burst down Thresh. And even though Colin does manage to burst down Twitch, he just doesn't do enough considering how much of the goal has been funneled onto him so far this game.
Yeah, and for a combo that is so Yasuo concentrated... Oh, Mahir is actually gonna steal away the
Leopold
red-
gets... Oh jeez, yeah, I thought we were talking about that huge amount of shielding, heals, whatever. It looked like Leopold was going to get bursted down instantly, but he does walk away. Baron is up. They're going to be wanting this. Thresh goes back unnoticed. Twitch, now with a Borg, Phantom Dancer, and Last Whisper, that's 3 major items. Much, much better for him. Compare that to Draven, who only really has a BF sword of damage on him. Twitch should be putting out much more damage in these team fights. Colin is GA, Yasuo is GA now, which means he will be trying to dive even harder than before. We saw a lot, 2 fights ago when he dived, he almost went one.
Hook goes onto Yasuo, but they're not gonna go in.
They're not gonna do anything from it. But here, Snickers trying for the flank. The tower is dropping very low. Twitch is stealth. He wants to start something. Blanc has blue potion and blue buff at this point. She will be close into that 40% CDR. She has her 18-second mimic now, which is absolutely crucial.
I think one issue with Reside's team comp is that the gold is being pulled really close right now compared to Vivo, only 5,000.
5,000 gold.
I think one problem with actually because the Blues team is so Yasuo all in knockup oriented, there's very little peel besides Soraka for Draven in the back line. A good wing wall blocking the hook.
The
and
tower
then
goes
with
down. I don't. Yeah, all ults are up. I don't know how I feel about them just like letting tower drop like that.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't know.
with the Twitch condition right now, they could have fought.
Oh jeez,
Oh
Yasuo
Jesus!
goes in.
That's huge.
Instant hourglass, but it will not be enough. The Blanc goes down very low. He goes off in the wrong direction. It's all
That
the
was
damage.
the clone.
Draven is completely in the wrong side of the fight, but he will go down. Jeez, he was absolutely out of position. Renekton in the backline, diving down Soraka, chasing
Oh,
her
and
down.
Yasuo is gonna go for
Yasuo
deep,
is
go for
going
the.
very hard. Lucian trying his best to trade the two of them right now. It's not gonna work out. He's just not tanky enough. Snickers chasing down Lulu. I don't know. Snickers, what are you doing? Even if he gets a Lulu kill, it does not look like he will be able to stay the inhibitor. He's just out of position. Too far, too much. That is 4 people dead on blue side. The inhibitor will be going down, but here absolutely on his own. Like, he's past the second tower. He's going B right now, but geez, I think Yasuo and Wukong could 2-man Baron right now if they wanted to. He's just absolutely out of position on that. Can we get a replay at about 39:30? No, not before 39. I'm 39:10, I guess.
Once again, Collins the Yasuo was just
39.
an absolute
Yeah.
monster
He completely took LeBlanc out of that fight. Even though he only ulted one person, LeBlanc used her ult to go and try and stay alive. And even after that, LeBlanc missed a chain and got nailed by Yasuo. The exhaust went down on him later. He got kicked away from Twitch, but it just wasn't enough. He was doing so much damage. He took out their two most important members. Meanwhile, here he did get every zone out their backline, but their front line was just too strong for them. Yeah, LeBlanc can't get caught out like that. She has 14 kills right now, and she got single-handedly destroyed by Yasuo. Alright, jumping back to life.
I actually have played this matchup, LeBlanc versus Yasuo before. Early on, as LeBlanc, I was able to bully the Yasuo, but later on in teamfight, if I cannot get picks off, the Yasuo is very, very strong. And Collins' mechanics was excellent there. Even though he went after the clone, he was still able to identify where the real LeBlanc is, dash into her, and then get the kill, and then turn immediately onto the Twitch, since Twitch, he is already in their backline.
I just want to point out that was like Twitch did manage to like pretty much take out Draven from that fight, which is really, really big because Draven is worth a lot more gold to him right now. Well, I mean, he's just bigger in general, but like it wasn't enough. Their front line significantly less sustained damage than Yasuo Wukong. Wukong actually opted for a frozen mallet, not seen in a while. Here gets a nice ward though off, but Wukong has a frozen mallet. Jeez.
Yeah, and I heard that item is being deleted from the game.
Really?
Yeah, I think in a couple patches, it's on PBE right now. Well, they released a development note saying like they're deleting that item, possibly replacing it with something else.
Yeah, so minions are piling into blue side's base right now. Looks like they're not going to try and force a base fight, and they're just going to let them take Baron. The frozen mallet going off on Snickers, slowing him a little bit. And yeah, they're just gonna go take Baron off of this.
Oh, is Mahir trying to go for the second steal?
No, he can't. That'd be obscene.
Yeah, they need to give up this Baron.
I don't know if they need to give it up, but they need to do something about it. Did the tower go down completely unrelated to minions, or was it already down? Looks like it was already down. Jeez. And, well, looks like this is gonna be the last stand for purple side. The Blanco's in for a burst. She misses her Q.
Oh no. Yeah, she got silenced. Oh my, that was a great play from the Soraka. Silencing LeBlanc.
Like, very, very impressed by like how well Soraka has been playing this game. She's like, technically she's unranked. She's been playing very, very solidly. Even if her laning wasn't like.
Oh, Yasuo ultimate goes on to Twitch. Immediately it's taken out.
And this will be game for purple side. Yeah, Soraka's been playing really well for like an unranked player. She's, even though her laning wasn't great, like she stayed around in team fights. She's stayed around, didn't get versed, dropped heals. That was like a clutch silence. A lot of people would just not be able to react fast enough because they would have panicked. Huge props to Soraka during that. And now we will be discussing what we're gonna do about this game in post game chat.
Let's see.
All right. So
So they said for commentators that we have to name an MVP for the fight just in case if they don't call for a rematch anymore.
Yeah.
Who do you think would be the MVP for both sides?
Geez, that's actually kind of hard to pick. I mean, I thought Thresh had some really good plays. He had some questionable plays as well, but he had a pretty dominating lane phase. he had some really good map control, some really good vision. Uh, he landed he initiated some really good fights by, like, including the one by Purple Side Race where they went 4 for 2 or whatever.
Hmm.
I'm gonna give it to him, even though like Tony May Weerum got very very fed. I didn't feel like he was being that clutch LeBlanc player that his team needed if he was gonna take 14 kills. I feel like Mahir was just doing his own thing a lot of the time. He was doing like a good job of tanking, but I think he really needs like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think especially after the DC situation, the Renekton tried to force a couple things a little bit too much, and was not picking the right spot. But anyway, on the purple side, I would definitely say the MVP should go to either the Yasuo or the Draven. The Draven, because he actually fell behind early with a kill. The Thresh got a kill on him, but he kept the CS up and was consistently one of the highest damage dealers of that game for the.
Let me take a look at damage. Okay, so he did a lot of damage. LeBlanc did Yasuo did more damage than him. Okay, on one hand, Collins Yasuo, which was like a massive threat all game, like he was just like absolutely crushing like mid late game. But on the other hand, like before that one major team fight happened, which swung a lot of things in their favor, and everyone started tilting. He was like not being like the central linchpin. They ran a whole team comp based around him, and like he was not coming up as big as he should have. That's why I'm gonna give my MVP vote to Soraka for doing like a really really good job with what she had. Like she built tank. I don't even understand, but like she did. She died 3 times. She had massive kill participation, 20 kill participation. She had pretty good ward control. Even though she didn't get her sweeping lens until a little bit later, she still did a pretty good job like dropping down wards here and there. Yeah, I'm gonna give my vote for Soraka for playing playing very very solidly, much better than what anyone was expecting her to play going into this game.
You know, actually, I think you will be right. And in the end, that very clutch silent destroyed LeBlanc and pretty much destroyed the chances of the blue team to remain in the. And what do you think about the top Lulu pick from Jeffrey? It didn't really go that well for him.
It didn't go as planned. But on the hand, it did deny from Mahir. I'm sure Mahir can play like other top lane champions, as we've seen. Lulu is definitely his biggest comfort pick. I'm not sure if like Mahir normally was planning on running a team comp based around that Lulu pick. You said that they took top Lulu very early on, right?
Yeah, I think it was first pick from the red team.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean it denied that from what's his face, from Mahir from Snickers. Did it come before or after the LeBlanc pick?
LeBlanc came a little later, I think.
All right, so I mean after that, like LeBlanc should probably not have been picked into Lulu, just because like Lulu should quote unquote beat LeBlanc. It's single target burst versus single target shielding, and it let them lead into the Yasuo pick, which I like. Collins Yasuo very good. They were probably going for that like as soon as they got Lulu, but I mean Yasuo still got shut down early on. Like the not taking teleport thing, you don't know how much this bothers me. Like I can't even remember the last time I saw a top laner take Ignite. You just don't have as much map pressure. Like, okay, so Renekton was bullying Lulu out of lane. So what? He wasn't like really making his presence felt anywhere else on the map. It was coming down to the fact that his team was like winning everywhere across the map. If like his team hadn't been winning, he was the only one winning. His team wouldn't have been able to do crap. He wants to walk down for Dragon. That's cool. Like Lulu goes and pushes her own lane out, and Speed walks with her E or W all the way back to Dragon. And then any advantage he had was like completely reset by that. Any like roam advantage he has is reset. I really, really like teleport, guys. Just take up teleport.
Yeah, and I think it's currently being discussed whether they should redo the game or not. However, anyhow, congratulations to the purple team. We don't know yet when the redo will be going on, but we will let people know as soon as possible. And yeah, thank you for casting, Ben.
Thank you for tuning in. This has been Lenny Penguin Way and Benjamin Evangelion Jr.
All right, and see you next time on the Field of
Oh
Justice.
yeah, shout outs to Vivek for streaming this.
Yeah,
once
shout
again.
out for Mr. Phenomenal here with the phenomenal,
Phenomenon.
stream.
So apparently I looked him up. He's also like surprisingly good at Smash. So play him if you ever get the chance. Yeah. All right. Peace out, guys.
Peace.
It's been great.
Alright, thanks for watching the stream.